Here's before, and here's after. I'm Martha Hunt, and I love to sew. See if you can see the little curves and the little jewels. I had my own sewing business for about 7 years, but now I have grandkids, so I've quit my business, but still wanted to have people able to learn how to fix things. Okay, how about length?
I want a little bit off the bottom, so it's just barely touching the floor.
Avalon is wearing the shoes and undergarments that she'll be wearing with this dress, so we can make the length and fit just right. After thoroughly marking the outer skirt length right to the floor, we'll trim off the extra fabric. We would normally hem the dress after adding the shoulders and sleeves so we would know that it hangs correctly, but for this dress we needed to know how much matching fabric we'd have to use for the back of the dress before we got started. There are several layers to this. The outer skirt, the lining, about 3 layers of netting, and the inner lining. To hem the dress, we'll fold and carefully press up a 1/4 inch hem all the way around. Then we'll fold it up again another 1/4 inch, press it and sew it in place using a top stitch. No one will see the stitches and the tiny hem won't catch on Avalon's foot. Okay, so the outer layer of skirt has been hemmed, and now you can see the dress has been hanging for a good 8 to 24 hours, and you can see that the lining now is poking out from underneath the hem. So now we will pin right along the edge of where the dress hits, and I pull it down so it's where it belongs. And we'll just do that all the way around the dress. Now I'm not totally exact because the dress will shift and I'm marking it so it's right at the edge. We'll cut it just above the pins and then hem it like we did the outer skirt, turning it up a 1/4 inch twice. The outer lining will end up being 1/2 to 3/4 inches shorter than the outer skirt and won't be seen. Here's the lining. We're going to just start cutting, make a little hole, maybe 1/2 inch above the pins, and just start cutting. We're going to be hemming this with a teeny tiny hem, so we're going to zigzag all the way around once, zigzag all the way around again, and then turn it so that we can fold it this way and have it be on the inside. Now we're going to trim the netting. The inner lining is sticking out way too long. That's the lining that goes to the inside of the dress. So we'll take our scissors and just snip a couple of spots. Kind of put your finger where you think it should meet and just snip it. Then when you get it on the ironing board, if you snip on at least 2 sides, you can measure how far it is and trim that much off all the way around. Or I like to use some kind of a marker and mark where it is. And use that as my guide as I go along cutting. So you can just stick your scissors right in the hole, move the guide where you want it, and cut right along the top. So now we will hem the inner lining exactly the same way as we did the outer lining. Here's before, and here's after.